Hello and welcome to Sex, Dating and the Sisterhood. My name is Shelly Horton and I'm 46 years old.
My name's Bianca Famarcus and I'm 23 years old.
Yeah, by the time B was actually old enough to drink, I had been married, divorced and remarried. So there is a big difference in our life experience. So let's see how it is when we take certain situations. Now, the one I want to talk about today is cheating letting down the sisterhood? I thought it was a great example of cheating letting down the sisterhood when we looked at maths last season, because we had Haley and Michael cheated. Well, Michael cheated on Stacey, but Stacey was angry at Haley. So is it a female-female problem? What do you think, B?
Well, firstly, that was the most explosive moment on television. Sorry to get hyperbolic, but it's true. I was like shaking to my core when I was watching it. But what gets me is, and it's the same thing we see again and again and again, yes, Stacey got cheated on, but she got cheated on by Michael. She did not get cheated on by Haley. Great. Women should never probably do that to each other. One, you don't want to deal with the drama of someone being mad at you on national television or in private, wherever your cheating happens. But you also just need to understand that your problem should be with your partner and the third party shouldn't be involved in that. I mean, it's so much easier to get mad at someone that we don't know and to hate them. But at the end of the day, like, Michael broke the vow, not Haley. As far as we all know, that relationship was over. But what is your experience with cheating?
Well, look, I'm old enough and ugly enough to admit that I have been cheated on and I have cheated. Now, when I was the one who was cheating with a guy who was in a relationship, I was very much like, hey, I'm not the cheat, not my issue. I kind of don't feel that way anymore. I feel like women do have a responsibility to each other. However, the buck stops within the relationship. So because I've had those experiences and my girlfriends have had those experiences, I think the most important thing is that you communicate with your partner where your boundaries are. So in my case, in my marriage, we had a very strong discussion early on saying, if you cheat, no second chance. I don't want to go to counseling. I don't want to try and work it out. It has to be that important. You can't just have a workplace accident where you fall into a colleague. It actually has to be, I am ruining my marriage with this. So I think if you have those really strong black and white stances, it works for me. But I know with younger generations, it's a bit more gray, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if I'd say gray, but like we're having more conversations about being non-monogamous and, ethical non-monogamy is nothing new, but I feel like it's coming a bit more into the mainstream now where people are talking about it and partners are actively saying to each other, hey, like, I love you, I want to spend my life with you, but I also want to sleep with other people. So how are we going to do that ethically? And I think it's a very interesting conversation to have. I really hope I'm not confronted with it anytime soon because I'm jealous and whatever,
Yeah.
I'll own it.
I could not cope with it. I could not cope with an open relationship. I have the green-eyed monster, but I also just want that security and love of going, I choose you. I think that that's important.
At the end of the day, I always come back to the same saying, if it's not my business, it's not my problem. But if you are involved in someone else's relationship or you're in that situation where cheating has happened, it is all of your business. So you've all got to solve the problem, but make sure you do it knowing who to hold accountable.
Absolutely. Lovely chatting to you, B.
Always a pleasure.
If you want to see more sex, dating and the sisterhood, it will be right here on 9honey.com.au.